Tuesday story time. Are you excited? I am, and I am so glad that you decided to join me today. Our theme for today is I Hear a Sound. So we're going to be talking about music today. So I've got our first book here, and it's called First Book About the Orchestra. Let's get started. First book about the orchestra. You can press the pages to hear the instruments. Have you ever heard an orchestra? It's made up of lots of different musicians, but they all play at the same time to make one amazing big sound. But before they start, everybody tunes up to get ready, and it sounds like this. Sounds good. Here are some of the wind musicians rehearsing. They play their instruments by blowing into them. So here we've got flutes, clarinets, and oboes. And when they play together, it sounds like this. Now listen to some of the strings. You play them with a stick called a bow. Let's hear some strings. All right, so these people are playing violin, and these are violas. They're slightly bigger than a violin. There are bigger string instruments too. They make lower sounds like this. These are cellos, and these are double basses. The brass musicians blow into their instruments to make a big, warm noise. So these are French horns. Not everyone in the orchestra plays the tune. These people are playing the background for the tune. Let's listen. All right, so we've got trumpets here and trombones, and here's how a trumpet sounds on its own. Pretty cool. Did you know that an orchestra has drums too? These are called timpani, and they sound like this. All right, so these people are playing bassoons. We've got the trumpets there and trombones. Got some double basses and some cellos. Now the drums are joining in with the rest of the music. Can you hear them? That sounds so cool. All the musicians have finished rehearsing, and it's time for the whole orchestra to play a concert. The conductor stands at the front to help everyone play at the same time. The audience goes quiet, and he raises his hand, and then that was awesome. So we've got the whole orchestra here. We've got our French horns, oboes, flutes, violins, trumpet, bassoons, trombones, timpani, double basses, clarinet, some more violins, violas, cellos, and the conductor here. So we've got our full orchestra, and they sound amazing. Let's listen one last time. That was so cool. The end. That's a first book about the orchestra. All right, guys, for our next book, it's called My First Songs. And I've actually got a special guest that's going to help us out with this. Our special guest, his name is Mr. Miller, and he is an orchestra teacher. So he teaches students to play the instruments just like in the first book we read. First book about the orchestra. Mr. Miller plays cello. So what he's going to do is he's going to play a tune, and then I am going to get you guys to guess the tune, and when you guess it, we'll read the nursery rhyme from the book. Does that sound cool? All right, let's get started. Let's see if you can guess this one. All right, you're so good. You're right. That one was Three Blind Mice. Three blind mice. Three blind mice. See how they run. See how they run. They all ran after the farmer's wife, who cut off their tails with a carving knife. Did you ever see such a thing in your life as three blind mice? All right, since you did so good with the last one, let's see if you can guess this next tune Mr. Miller is playing. You ready? Okay. You're so good. That was Yankee Doodle. Yankee Doodle went to town riding on a pony. He stuck a feather in his cap and called it macaroni. Good job. All right, are you ready to guess the last tune? I think this one is the hardest one, but I think you'll get it. Let's go. Good, you're right. That one was Hush Little Baby. Hush Little Baby, don't say a word. Papa's gonna buy you a mockingbird. And if the mockingbird won't sing, Papa's going to buy you a diamond ring. And if the diamond ring turns to brass, Papa's going to buy you a looking glass. And if the looking glass gets broke, Papa's going to buy you a billy goat. And if that billy goat runs away, Papa's going to buy you another today. All right, guys, thank you so much for hanging out with me. I hope you enjoyed our special guest. I really appreciate him hanging out with me as well today. I hope you have a fantastic rest of your week and stay tuned for the rest of our virtual programming. Have a great day.